Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This time with way more microphone than last time. How is everyone doing? I am trying to pretend that I'm not tired, but we just had a great couple of days in New York City meeting up with my team, the team of great people that I work with in what is, I'm told, the greatest city in the world, New York City. Where we were having our quarterly meeting, where all of us Twilio evangelists descend upon a city and talk about the state of our craft. I hear it is beautiful. I can confirm that it is beautiful today there. Let's see, why do we have a black screen? That's not super helpful. Wondering if that has anything to do with me switching out of video and back in. Let's get that fixed. There we go. That's what we should be seeing. Nice little Signal logo with the countdown to the great show. We have about 6 weeks left to go before the big show. Just played that Bash ad for you. I hope you watched that. That is our huge party that we're throwing at the end of Signal. And I really hope that that you guys come out there. Twilio.com/signal. If you use the promo code BSchooly20 at checkout for Twilio Signal, you'll get 20% off of those tickets. You can come join what is going to be a fantastic show. I wish I could preview some things that I'm not sure we could talk about, but we're going to have some great games. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And the conference itself, we've got some great speakers. We've got hip-hop star Ryan Leslie will be there. That's going to be fantastic. Hopefully we'll get some performances, and he can talk about the awesome stuff he does. Like, he's got his phone number out there. You can send him a text, and he'll actually respond to you. That's just crazy to think that we can connect so easily with the people that we consume entertainment from. And we've got a slew of developers talking about things Twilio, things not Twilio, you name it, we've got it. It's going to be a great show, and I really hope that you'll come out and see that. All right, so what are we going to do today? I think we're going to do some more iOS programming. I think I am going to keep this stream pretty chill today. I'm going to keep the music going in the background, and I think we'll just take it easy. If anybody has any questions about anything that we've done on previous streams, anything you'd like to see me do on this particular stream, you name it. Whatever you want to do today, this is your stream. This is not my stream. So please put whatever you're up to into the chat box. I would love to know what everyone's working on. So if you're currently working on a project, currently working on learning programming, a specific language, or whatever it may be, I would love for you to let me know what that is in the chat. Maybe we can give a quick chat about that. I think most of the people that are in the channel right now, I know what your favorite programming language is, but please remind me if you've got a GitHub that you want to throw out there so we can take a look at what you're working on. That would be cool too. Like I said, we'll just keep this nice and informal today. I don't have a whole lot of structure. I don't have a whole lot of particularly prepped material for this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hop over to. I think we'll start in Xamarin today. We'll start with Xamarin iOS. I'm still trying to get back into doing Xamarin more and more. So I think playing around in the designer. It's going to help me a little bit because I think we found in the last couple streams the way that the interface constraint layouts and that sort of thing work is a little bit different than the way Xcode works. I force quit something that was running. That's pretty cool. Don't do that, friends. Let's see. That is a lot of projects I've been working on. Here's what we were doing last time. If we want to take a look and see what we were kind of toying with last time, I'll pull up that the Twitch viewer stream. I see we've got let's do some callouts. We usually do callouts at the beginning of the stream. I completely missed that. I like to call out the 3 most recent followers. We've got Twinkle Fingers was the most recent follower, Random in Society, and Pablo1416, which I believe was a follower from the stream at the end a week ago when we gave away a t-shirt. I don't know if there's going to be a giveaway on this one. Probably not, but as a reminder, you are collecting those lovely, lovely Yoshi eggs, and you are leveling up. I have reached the status of yellow egg. Just as a solid reminder, you are collecting those eggs for every 5 minutes that you are in the channel while I am streaming. You don't collect eggs while I'm not here, because that's just kind of weird. I know that's a feature in the bot. You can still gain currency when I'm not here, and it kind of weirds me out a little bit. I don't know. That means there's like just people creeping in the channel when it's not live. I don't know. That might be useful for when people are hanging out in the channel when I'm hosting someone. That might actually be valuable. I don't know. I have to give that some thought. Speaking of hosting people, while we're on the subject, I wanted to toss out a reminder that there are a bunch of us on the team that do this kind of thing semi-frequently. And we've got multiple stream slots during the week that you can check out at twitch.tv/team/Twilio. Alright, so what do we have going on? Yes, Phil is a streamer. Matt is a streamer. Several of the other people that are currently in New York City right now are also streamers. And we just spent a lot of time talking about Twitch. And I decided to come straight home and hop on Twitch. That's how, like, I probably spent 3 hours of the last 2 days talking to people about Twitch. And the first thing I do when I get home is hop on Twitch. You might say that I'm into this. You might say that. You'd probably be right. So we'll let that pass. All right. So this is what we were working on last time. I don't think it was this. Was it this project? I don't think it was this project because this one's got a smaller list. Let's switch over to the other one. It was Twitch. Was it Twitch? No, Twitch Viewers Demo, I think is the one we were doing. Twitch Viewers Demo. Obsessed? Nah, just really into it. I think that sounds about right. Is this the one? I know we had one that had a small subset. I think this is the one we started working on after that one. Xamarin Demo? I'm trying to remember what the name of the project was where we had numerous of the people that were in the stream. I don't think it was this one either. Man, I'm batting 1,000. We'll go back to the. I can't quite remember which one it was, guys. I think I originally put it in temporary streams. Let's check that out. I want to show the one that we did last time. Xcode single view, maybe. That sounds promising. That's an Xcode project. That's not going to be it. Twitch streams. Because we had one that had like everybody that was in the channel listed out. This is an IP messaging project. All right. Forget it. We'll go to this one that had 3, and we'll see what state it's in. I think we were trying to do the cross-platform version here, and we had created a Twitch viewer object and a Twitch viewer service that was going to serve up some people that were in channel. I guess we can add some more here. Twitch viewer. We'll go with the name of Phil Nash. Not Phil Bash. Phil Bash sounds pretty good though. You should consider changing your name, Phil. So we had added some people, and we had added some locations where they're from. Thankfully, Phil didn't recommend last time that we throw it into a map, but that's okay. We don't need to do that. Hey, check it out! Random in Society is now hosting my stream. Thank you for the host. And a reminder, just off the top, you'll see this from time to time. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please consider following. If you do have a channel, please consider hosting. Let your people know about it, and I'll let my people know about yours. I will also follow your stream back. In fact, I will do that right now. Where are you at, Mr. Random Society? Let me take a look at the list here and send you the follow back. Thank you for the host. That is awesome. Okay, cool. So we'll add some more people here. We've got Matt Mackay. If you let me know in the channel where you're from, I will add you to this list and you will show up in the application. And that'll be cool because we'll have more people to work with. Again, this is kind of a small little sample that we built last time that just showed how to use the table view, and we had contemplated using the actual Twitch API to make this work instead. I'm going to explore that. I found some C# libraries that integrate with the Twitch library. I'm going to consider doing that on this stream. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Let's see if we can get this back up to working. I don't remember exactly how far we got in this one. Looks like we have the text label setting the viewer name. We have the detail label setting the viewer location. Looks like we didn't get quite to the detail step, so I think we just have the list at this point. What we were trying to get around to demoing here was the cross-platform nature of Xamarin. So I was building the iOS side, and then we were gonna potentially hop over to Android and see if we could do the same. That might require a little bit of docs work for us. I haven't done a list in Xamarin Android yet, but we can cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, firing up the iOS simulator to see how this works. See how this is looking. See if we're on the right track. I don't remember where we left off. I seem to remember we left off with it crashing and we didn't know why. I'm hoping that's not the case. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening last time. It was crashing and we didn't know why. Perhaps we should try to figure out why it was crashing. We have this call to get viewers. Let's see if it's getting here. Yeah, this is where we stopped last time and why we didn't get to finish this project. We never did quite figure out why the app was crashing. Like what step was in particular was crashing. So the list is getting created fine. And I presume this is getting created fine. So it's looking at the list. This isn't fantastic. Let's store the list. No, I guess that's fine. We would be pulling this from the API, so we would be getting updates. So I think it's fine that it's hitting that multiple times. I do want to see at what point we're getting stuck here. Step out. It's looking for the count. Debug time. It's doing rows and section. Again. Okay, we're like multi-threaded here, so this is a little harder to debug. That's okay. I think what's happening is we're breaking in here somewhere, but we'll be able to find that out. Let's remove this breakpoint and see if we're breaking in the cell. Yeah, so we're breaking in the cell, so there's a pretty strong chance that we are setting a property that doesn't exist. Let's see. Are we crashing here, or do we get the cell? We are crashing here, I believe. Yeah, so what's going on with this? We're doing this.tableview.deq reusable cell, and we're saying that the cell that we want is called viewer cell. Let's take a look. Let's just make sure it's not something silly that the compiler should have caught. Okay, so do we have a cell in our storyboard called viewer cell? That's what we're looking for first, because chances are that could be what's crashing us. I don't know if we have anything in the application output that would indicate what's actually happening. Looks like everything's loading correctly, everything's running correctly, and then we hit breakpoints and then crash and get no output. That kind of sucks. Don't like that. I don't know why that's happening. But hopefully we'll see in the storyboard what's going on. Hopefully we'll see the storyboard eventually. All right, here we go. So we've got a table view controller here for our Twitch viewers. And if we look at the document outline inside of this view controller, we'll come to the table view, and then there's a table view cell that we can click on. If we come over to properties, we're looking for the identifier, and it's set to viewer cell. Oh, come on. That's exactly what it should be. Let's change it. Let's change it then. We'll call it Twitch viewer cell, just to see if like if we had a problem in the storyboard or something that didn't resolve correctly. I hope not. This should have worked as is. We want to get there. That's really where we want to get at this point. So let's stick a breakpoint after that line. If we're crashing before then, I'm not really even sure what we can do at this point without seeing the error that's occurring. No null reference error, no nothing. Yeah, it crashed again. Okay. I'm a little thrown on this one because we're getting to. This is not a call that should fail, really. Do we have the table view? Is the table view not null? We do have a table view. And we do have an index path. Alright. I'm a little lost here. Is this the right code? Let's take a look at maybe the other one that we built. Matt with 62.5. I gotta find a way. I never showed you guys. Actually, my camera looks like crap. I never showed you guys the other things I wanted to show you about Strong Gamer and how he has people use their points. I'll do that in a second. If you have the table view, why are you calling this not table view? That's the property on the view controller for the table view. White balance is off. Color intensity is way too high. I am not that good looking. White balance is definitely off. That looks a little better. I think the lights are too bright. That's my bad. Maybe we can kill that a little bit with the gain and the exposure. Sorry, just doing a little lighting tweaks. That looks better. Okay, 62.5. That's looking pretty good there, Matt. I'd like to. Why is table view being passed in as a parameter? Oh, that's a good point. I guess I could do that with table view. Hold on. It's because it's get self for table view. I guess that's true. You could call it that way. I don't think that's the problem though, unfortunately. It would be pretty funny if it was a different table view and it all of a sudden started working. Not funny in a good way, funny in a weird way. Yeah, this is not good. That's not it. That's not it, Phil. Sorry to burst your bubble. That's not it. I want to look at our previous example, if I can find it. I feel like it was this one, but every time we've looked at it, it's not it. No, this is another service one. We had a project that had everyone's name in it. Let's see. Let me look at my user list, and then we'll know some of the people that were in there. I think we had Diver developers. I bet you if I search my system for Diver developers, here's the table view controller where he is declared. It's Xamarin demo. How about that? We need to go up a level. There we go. That's the solution I wanted to open. Let's take a look at this one. Hey, did one just shrink out of a Wawa cup? Yeah. Stacking, where are you from that you know Wawa? Wawa coffee, everyone. Yeah. Where are you from that you know Wawa? I'm guessing the Philly region, but I know they have pushed down the East Coast, so. You could be actually from as far as Florida, but you're from Philly, which is where I'm from. I should dial it back. I don't think I really introduced myself properly today. I'm Brent Schooley. I'm a developer evangelist at a company called Twilio, and we're a developer platform for connecting all the people you care about on the devices that they use in the medium that they want in the programming languages and applications that they're already using. And yes, this is a 24-ounce cup of coffee from Wawa. I am in Philadelphia. I am right in the city, so that's awesome. Stacking, welcome to the stream. Cool, yeah, it's good to have Philly friends in there. Software developer Stacking. Okay, let's take a look at what we were doing in here. I feel like we just opened this project and it didn't have the stuff. Oh, that's why. This was a cross-platform project, so there's an Android one up here. I know what we did. I know what we did. I'm remote. Okay, stacking. So do you work for a company in Philly? I am remote. We are, the evangelism team is remote, so I'm here in Philadelphia. I'm just kind of curious if I might have run across you at some point. Maybe not. But cool. Glad to have you join. Alright, I know what happened. We had created this Xamarin demo project, and I was going through, working with this, getting everything up and running, and then we created this Android project inside of this solution. It completely threw me off, because we never ended up even using that. Alright, back on track. Let's take a look at what we were doing in the table view controller and see if I just have some bum code in the new attempt. This is the exact same code we have in the other one. Like, to a T, it's the exact same code. I'm really at a loss given that. If we take a look at this view controller, do we... Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm thrown on this one. This isn't the right project. Let's see. What am I building today? So I'm taking a look, now that I found it, I'm going back and taking a look at a thing that we were working on last time. We were taking a look at building up a list of viewers, and we have another one. So I was adding a bunch of people to a list that were the viewers for the stream for the day that we were doing this, which was last Wednesday. So I was adding a name and a location of people that were in channel as they followed, or as I saw them, or as they told me where they were from, which we just got another Philadelphia friend here. And I was ruminating on the possibility of on stream going to use the Twitch API to fetch this instead of doing it manually. So I was coming back to that thought today and trying to find what we were working on last time and sort of where we left off, so that we could potentially get right back where we left off. And that's what I'm trying to figure out now. What we had going wrong in the other solution we were looking at, which at the moment I don't even think I'm looking at. I feel like I'm really confused at the moment as to what was going on in that other project, and it's throwing me for a loop. So I'm almost contemplating taking this code wholesale and trying again, moving things out into a separate project. But I don't want to go down that path. I really want to get the one that we were trying to get work last time working here. But this is not the right project. We're not looking at the right thing here. Close solution. I think it was Twitch viewers demo was the one that we were trying to get work a second ago. Yeah. So we got a problem here with the what's up, Wi-Fi Duck? Welcome back. Just a solid reminder again to all of you who are collecting eggs. This is a Yoshi's themed stream, and if anyone tosses me a follow right now that hasn't already, you'll see a nice animation pop up right here. Your name will appear right here, and I'll read it out on stream, and you'll get some bonus eggs, which is awesome, because we use those for some really cool things down the road. Right now, I'm looking at potentially giving away an indie game on Steam. Like, I'll just go find a game if you guys are gamers, and I'll send you the Steam key, and you can redeem that. I think what we'll probably do potentially today is any game on Steam that is less than $10 that you're interested in. I think that's what we're probably going to do. We did a t-shirt last week, and we had a winner who's in channel, which is awesome. I have passed on the details to get that sent out to you. So that was fun. That was really fun. I think today, in the spirit of this being a chill stream, I think we will give away a less than $10 Steam game of your choice. So if you look at, what is it? Steampowered.com, I think it is, right? That's the. I don't want to send a bad link yet. If you go to steampowered.com, what we'll do is you can find any game that you want on there that's under $10, and that's what we'll give away at the end of the stream. Might not be for a while, but we'll do that. We'll do that at some point. Cool. All right, let's try to figure out what's going on here, because we now for sure know that this code is like dead the same as this code. Like I could have copied and pasted this straight away and ended up with the exact same thing, except other than we changed the name of the cell in the storyboard. So that's what's got me like super confused here. 2 package updates. We don't really need those because we're not using Xamarin Insights. Does the other project run? Yeah, I think it does. I'm pretty sure it did. Let's set this as the startup project. We just had a really good discussion about figuring things out and debugging and doing all of that stuff live on stream while people are watching. I would be happy to find out if anyone gets frustrated at any point that I'm sitting here debugging a thing and trying to figure it out. Please let me know. Otherwise, let me know that you want me to continue to fix this problem. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. All right, this should be running. There it is. And we had this on a separate table view. So if we go over there, there they are. And when we tapped on one, we had the location details show up there. Did I send it with FedEx? I am not sure how it got sent out. I can ask the person who is going to send it out. Good. See, this is my hypothesis. And you guys that are in channel, please feel free to validate or argue against this hypothesis. But my hypothesis is that as software developers, we could sit down in front of each other on a live stream and work through something new, and not necessarily know how it's going to go. Wild Wild West style, like I'm going to build an app in front of you, and I know the tools and the languages fairly well. But things like this happen where like I don't know necessarily how to fix this, and I'm gonna have to fix it in front of you. My hypothesis is that we will both learn together, and that will be a valuable thing, and that means that I can turn the camera on more often and I can stream more often because I'm doing that kind of work all the time. Sometimes it might be a little more frustrating to watch than others. It won't be as polished sometimes as others. But my belief is that that's okay, and I would love to know what all of you, especially like those of you that are in the channel right now, I would love to know how you feel about that. Is that something you would watch? Is that something that would frustrate you? Just let me know. Like I'm talking about file new project. I'm gonna build a thing, and it's gonna take several streams to build, and sometimes it's gonna go great, sometimes it's gonna go poorly. Would that be interesting? And we can take a poll on it later. But for now, like just let me know how you feel about that. If that sounds like a good thing, let me know. If that sounds like that might be iffy, I'm not sure I would tune in, let me know about that too. But yeah, that's my hypothesis. We have some disagreement on the team, I think, at the moment. And I want to test some things out. I really want to try some different things. And if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. But I think that's the beauty of tackling a new medium. And we haven't been doing this for very long, so I think it's still time to explore. I think programming on Twitch is new. Live programming online in general is new. It's not been a thing that people have been doing for very long. Definitely less than a few years, especially in any sort of formal capacity. And I think this is the first time we've tried to tackle it from a team perspective. And I think knowing what you will watch, knowing what the viewers will watch, knowing what the viewers will enjoy, I feel like personally I would rather work on something greenfield, something new that we don't know how it's going to go, than to every time come in here and do something completely rehearsed. That's my feeling, and I'm happy to hear some agreement. Like, I think no matter what your skill level, it's always going to be fun to watch somebody else work through a problem. I'm not saying that I'm gonna like pick up Erlang and start fumbling through the docs in front of you. I don't think that would be very enjoyable. So I'll always bring some level of current knowledge to it before we go. But like today, if we do go over to the Twitch API, like I haven't worked with the library yet, so I don't know how well that's gonna go. But we'll give it a try when we get there. But I'm happy to hear that people like that. And as always, if you are enjoying, please click that heart and let me know. Like I said, something will pop up here. You'll hear a nice Yoshi sound, and you'll get your name read out on stream. You get a couple of those bonus eggs. I know everyone in the channel is flipping out about those eggs. We are going to have a giveaway later on in the stream, and it's going to cost more than it did last time, so you're going to want all the eggs you can possibly get, because I am giving away a video game today, so that you can have something to do in your spare time when you're not watching someone program. In the spirit of Twitch, it's going to be a game. So, let's see if we can fix this other project. I really want to fix this other project. If we can't get that pretty soon, I'm gonna drop and like recreate the project, because I think there's something we've done somewhere down the line that is not particularly happy. I'm checking all of the different objects to make sure they're named correctly. So the table view doesn't have a name. So that actually, I wonder if that's a problem. So the view controller is what is our Twitch table viewers table view controller declared as? Okay, it is a table view controller, which means that it should have a table view property by default. That's cool. I was wondering if I was making a mistake there, but no, we did pull this out as a table view controller. So I'm just checking all of the classes to make sure they're correct, all of the names otherwise to make sure they're correct. Viewer location label, let's double check. Yeah, I named those. I don't think that should be a problem. I did name those. Let's remove those names, just to make sure we're not causing a problem by doing that. And then the cell itself, we were just looking at a minute ago, has the identifier Twitch viewer cell, which we dropped in here. So this should work. This should definitely work. Successfully running Windows 10 OS on Mac. Yeah, so boot camp or was that in a VM? Just out of curiosity. Hello, Odious Mind. Welcome to the channel. Let's see where we're at right now. I removed some names off of some things that we didn't need. Yeah, boot camp's fun. I moved over to the Mac side full time when boot camp became a thing. Hey, look, I think my naming of those labels is what was causing the problem. I think we've gotten past the dreaded Twitch viewer cell line here. So I think we might be good now. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah, hey, look at that. How about some confetti in the channel? If you're just joining and you're wondering, you're wondering what's going on, why I'm so excited right now. We ended the last stream trying to get this application to work, and yeah, it wasn't, and it was basically crashing here. I was crashing at this line. It wasn't giving me. Oh, hey, Odious Mind, thank you for the follow. That's great. I'm happy you're here. I would like to let you know about a thing. You are collecting eggs. You are collecting Yoshi eggs. And those Yoshi eggs are redeemable for things. We haven't defined all of the things yet, but one of the things that they are super duper redeemable for are the giveaways that I will do from time to time. And the giveaway for today, which will be later towards the end of the stream, is going to be a Steam game. So the Steam game of your choice, as long as it is under $10, I will gift that straight to your Steam account, and you will be able to play it later. So that'll be fun. I haven't figured out exactly how many eggs those giveaway tickets are going to be worth, but it's definitely going to be higher than the 5 that it was last time, because you guys are starting to collect quite a few of these. So yeah, we'll do that later. We do have our application back up and running, and what was really cool about what we were trying to do in this particular application is we've split out into. So what we built over here was just strictly iOS, and we had the data hard coded inside of the iOS project, and then we were just only displaying that in the iPhone. And what I decided to do towards the end of the stream was start to peel off the wrapper of what makes Xamarin a really cool solution, and that's that it makes it really easy to do cross-platform development that targets iOS and Android and Windows. And we never quite got there because we kind of got stymied. We kind of got stymied in this iOS project. It wasn't quite working the way we wanted it to, and we couldn't figure it out until like literally 2 minutes ago, right? When I realized I had probably given something some names that were throwing off the compiler or the runtime engine. I'm pretty sure the runtime was choking on the names that I had given to the individual components inside the cell. It didn't know what to do with it, and yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that, and we've changed it, and now we're good. Is this C#, Mr. Vetsku Askes? Askes? What is that? I don't even know what that word is. Yes, this is C#. We are in Xamarin. Just to double back just briefly to take a look at what that is. So Xamarin is a cross-platform solution for creating iOS, Android, and Windows applications. It was recently acquired by Microsoft, so it's pretty big right now, and that's why I've been trying to throw as much attention to it as I possibly can. And we're using C# to build, at this point, an iOS application. In a second, we'll take a look and see if we can learn us some Xamarin Android. I will be also learning in that process, so that's going to be kind of fun. But what we're doing, just to catch everyone up, what we've been doing here is we have a table view controller, and I'll double back and describe how a table view controller works, and I'll also show how this UI is constructed since we now have it working before we start looking at the Android side. But first, I'm going to take a really quick break because I want you guys to hear about something awesome. And that awesome thing is Twilio Signal. And what I want to give you is a little brief preview of one of the things we're doing at Signal, which is called Bash. Thank you, Wi-Fi Duck, for the host. And yeah, what I would love for you to do is just watch this quick 30-second clip about the awesomeness that is Bash at Twilio Signal. All right, we're back. Bash is our party at the end of Twilio Signal, which is our developer conference that you can find all about at twilio.com/signal. It's going to be in San Francisco on May 24th and 25th. It is going to be so much fun. We did it last year. We had a carnival theme. This year, it's super space themed. Like, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be the party that you do not want to miss as a software developer after the conference. Honestly, the developer experience, the conference that you do not want to miss. This is going to be, I think, the conference of the year. We're putting on, we had such a great time throwing it last year, and everybody that attended had a great time. We've heard so many bits of positive feedback. We have some great speakers coming. Hip hop star Ryan Leslie will be on stage during the keynote. We've heard he's potentially going to perform some songs, and he's going to talk about how he built a business that helps other performers connect by giving out their phone number. You can actually text him, and he'll text back. That's just like the level of reach we have to the stars that we watch all the time now is growing. We've got them sending us Snapchats, and they're sending us Snapchats, and they're inviting us into their homes with streaming video on Periscope, and now handing out phone numbers that you can call and leave a message or send a text message to. Like, that's amazing. We live in a really cool world. So we're gonna have a ton of great content there, and then we're gonna have that amazing party on the last night. So I hope that little sneak peek preview there whet your appetite a little bit. And if you head to twilio.com/signal, use bschooly20 at checkout, and you will get 20% off of the ticket price. And we hope to see you in San Francisco. That is my bash pitch for this hour. Probably run a different video later. But yeah, that's bash. It's super exciting. Cool. So we've got a list up here. Let's talk about project structure for a second, about what we have going on. So we have this Twitch viewers demo project up top. What this is, maybe we can see this if we go into the project properties, project options. Let's see if we can take a look at what type of project this is by looking. This project is what's called a PCL, Profile 78. What a PCL is, it's a portable class library. And what a portable class library is a library of objects that you can use across different platforms. So imagine that we're targeting .NET Framework 4.5. So this is writing C# code against a standard set of classes that provide a whole bunch of different functionality out of the gate. And then we want to use the stuff. We want to use the stuff that works on Windows Phone, Windows 8. We don't need Windows Phone Silverlight, so we could take that out. But it's been implicitly selected because it's covered by some of the other ones that we already have captured. The most important things that we're adding here are the platforms down below here, which is Xamarin Android, Xamarin iOS Classic, Xamarin iOS Unified, and Xamarin Mac Unified. So what this is the set of the .NET framework, which is all these classes that we can use, all of these things like all of the objects that we're using, the integers, the floats, the networking classes that we could potentially use, like everything that you need to build an application using C# targeting Microsoft products. This is the stuff that makes them, this is the subset of stuff that also works on Android, iOS, and Mac. So we're creating a library that will use that stuff. And basically what we're doing in that library is creating a couple of objects that we can work with in our application. So we've got a Twitch viewer object, which just has a name and location. And what we're doing right now is we're kind of hard coding against our own couple like small classes. In the vein of kind of looking at the types of objects we would use if we started to instead use the Twitch API. So these are the types of things that we would that we would use. We would have a name. We probably wouldn't have a location. I don't know if they expose that on the viewer object. I guess that's something we can take a look at if we go over to the API. But this is the type of knowledge that I have for the people that have provided it. So if you're in the chat and you want to be in this list, let me know where you're from, and we'll get you added. We're not doing much with that. It's just for display purposes right now. But now that we have this working again, let's take a look at how everything works, what types of objects we're working with, and how we can move on from here. I think the next thing that we have to add before we go too much farther is we had a detail view that showed the name and the location. I think this time, just to spice things up a little bit, we'll actually add the map control and attempt to figure out how to drop that pin on that person's location. We did that in the past. We did that for iOS from Xcode, and that was an adventure. I haven't done that from Xamarin, so it's going to be an even bigger adventure. So we'll get there when we get there. Let me first describe how everything works so far. We have at the root of our application a navigation controller. The navigation controller gives us a title at the top of the screen, and it gives us a back button as we navigate through the application. So the idea is this will launch, and its root view, which is what this segue right here identifies, its root view is this table view controller here. And this table view controller just displays a list. So it's got a title of Twitch viewers, and then it displays a list of things that have a title and subtitle. And we're using the title and subtitle within this cell to display the name and location of each viewer object. And the way that works, so we've given this cell an identifier of Twitch viewer cell. That's going to be really important back over in the code. So if we hop over to the code, we can take a look at what's going on from top down. So what we're doing here, and one thing we might optimize, there is one thing I think I'm going to optimize around here, which is we are going to store a local list instead of fetching this from the service each time, since the list isn't going to change in this way. Well, we'll just grab the current list. If we were to actually build this, we could push a notification to this view controller to add more things to it. We'll explore that when we start going that way. But since things aren't going to change after it's loaded up, let's take a look at how we did this. We have a list of Twitch viewers, so we'll create a list of, we'll do a property. So a property that is a list of Twitch viewer, and we'll call this viewers. And then in the constructor here, we'll actually set our list of viewers equal to the service. So we call into the service, we'll call get viewers. So now we can use this viewers list instead of having to call the service every time. Whenever I'm running Windows OS, I have issues typing out the @ sign. Huh. I don't know why that would be. I mean, it's Shift 2 on an English keyboard. What keyboard layout are you in? I forget where you're from. Sorry about that. So we're going to replace everywhere we were calling into the service with viewers.count. Or with viewers instead of calling the service. I think that'll work. What is this complaining about? I think that'll fix itself. And here we'll do viewers subindex path.row. So what we're basically doing here, Norwegian. Yeah, I don't know the layout of that keyboard. I'm not sure I can help. Okay. This is the problem. Why a property list? We want a generic list. Oh, I know why. Because we don't have the library. System.collections.generic. Okay. So what we're doing is we're optimizing one thing. So we've got a Twitch viewer object that's got a name and a location. We've got a Twitch viewer service that returns a list of viewers. It has a get viewers method that we're calling from our view controller in its constructor. and we store that in a local property called viewers. Now we have that list of viewers to work with as we go through the table view methods. So the way a table view works in iOS is there's a couple delegates. I wonder if they still have the UI table view source. I think they do. They have one. They have an object in. Yeah, they have an object in the Xamarin land that combines these two protocols that I'm going to use. But one way that you can do this is there's interfaces. One is for the data source and one is for the delegate. These are just two objects within iOS that they're two objects within iOS that the table view will use to request how to display itself. So the three components of that are how many sections are there in the table. So this method will get called. How many rows are there in each section? So this method gets called. And then how do I display an individual cell within the table? And that's this method getCell. And this is the equivalent of table view cell for row index path, if you're familiar with iOS using Swift or Objective-C. So the idea here is that at various times, the table view is going to need to know more. Actually, the table view controller is going to need to know more about what to do with the table view. And essentially, declaring itself as the data source and delegate, that's where these override methods are coming from. So when it starts to render the table, this list of viewers, it says, all right, how many sections do you have? And what sections are, for the edification of everyone here, sections in a table view are like what you would see in the settings app. So this would be the first section, this would be the second section, this would be the third section, fourth. You get the idea. And so that's what that method is asking for. And then within each section, within each other screen within the settings application, we have different table views. This is an entirely table view driven application. So you end up seeing a whole bunch of different types of use cases for how to lay out different things within a table view just by exploring. You can see this one has headers and footers for the different sections. Those are things that you can program as well. So the way that you would tap into those is you could do, I think it's public override. Let's add a header. Header get title for header. Title for header in section would be one that we could do. I think we have to do height for header as well. I think we'll do let's try title for header and see if it works. I don't think we need to leave. I'm trying to remember if we need to leave the base. I don't think we do. I think we can do return list of viewers, which is a silly header because obviously our title says that, but I just want to show it working or not working if I've done it wrong. But I just want to show the feature, the idea of the feature. So you can see what you can do with different aspects of the table view. What we should get, yeah, see we've got this header that says list of viewers. We could do a footer as well. So we do public override. I think it's footer. Title for footer. So we do title for footer. We could return. Let's return like the total. So we'll do that. And in here we'll have viewers dot count viewers. This is C#6 string interpolation. So the $ out in the beginning of the string says this string is going to have placeholders, and inside of those placeholders we're going to put an expression that can be rendered into that string. Other languages have had this for a while. C# is finally getting it, and that's fantastic if you ask me, which is really cool. And if we run that again, we should get a footer that gives us a count of the total number of users down below the table view. And you can customize these. So this is just using the default. Yeah, I mean, is it really any stranger than like putting is it any stranger than putting a symbol before you put the brackets like you do in Ruby? I don't know. I think anytime this is done, it's strange. I think this is an interesting choice. I think the dollar sign's an interesting choice. Like I don't know why they chose dollar sign, but it's a cool feature. I like it. It makes um, yeah, okay. That's interesting. Using backticks, I think I don't know. That's not any different than like using a dollar sign to say that this string is different. I don't know. It means you only have to do it once, though. That's the other thing. Right? You only have to do it at the beginning of the string. Yeah, it does kind of look like jQuery. That makes it weird to me because, like, in jQuery it would be dollar dot and then you do stuff, or like dollar. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a good feature nonetheless. Syntax aside, I think anything you choose to do here is going to look stranger than just doing a standard string. But I would like to say that it's way better than what the alternative is in C#, which is string.format. And then I would say this viewers, and then pass in viewers dot count like this. Like this is what we had to work with before, and you had to like do this, or you had to add strings together. Like this right here, what I've written in the return statement is like canonical, like how you do this in C# right now. So I much prefer the new string interpolation features. What I don't like is that this is such a new thing, and it's not fully supported in every version of every IDE yet. You notice I don't get any completion inside of here, right? Like I hit that dot, I should be getting completion like I do everywhere else. But it's a newish feature, and it's being handled by the compiler here, I believe, not live in the IDE. So there's a C# live compiler called Roslyn, which powers a lot of these new features and has them working inside the runtime itself. They can power that from inside the IDE, and it's very possible that some of the alpha builds have this. We could try that. Is anyone feeling adventurous? We could try the alpha build to see if this is fully supported or not. Because that's really easy to do. Xamarin is very open about letting you test the new stuff. They have a beta channel and they have an alpha channel. I'm kind of curious now if that stuff gives you completion. I wonder what. We won't do it for now because it's probably a lengthy install. But maybe if we take some time to learn something, we can do it in the background while we take a look at things. Does anybody have any curiosity in the Twitch API? We may take a look at that. We may take a break to look at that while we let Xamarin Studio install. Here's a reminder about your eggs. I want to see where I'm at. Not that I'm ever going to get to redeem these. I'm just like the top bar. I just get all the eggs because I'm, by definition, in the stream the longest when it's on. Like, if anybody's here longer than me, I'm worried. How did you start my stream without me being here? Please don't do that. How did you get my stream key, etc., etc., etc. Don't do that. That's not fun. Cool. And while we do that, just a reminder that you can find me, you can find our team, a whole bunch of stuff. If you're enjoying this and you're not currently following, recommend you follow because we're going to have a giveaway later, and you can't win the giveaway if you're not a follower, so that would suck. Just a solid reminder, you will be spending those eggs, that's what the eggs thing is about, on tickets for that giveaway. The giveaway is going to be a Steam game, less than $10 of your choice, but you must be a follower to win, you must be in the stream to win, etc., etc., etc. All those things. Okay, so we've got some votes for taking a look at the API. I should have run a poll. but I had a feeling everyone's going to say, hey, look at the API, so I'm not going to run a poll that we don't need to run. So while that's happening, I'm going to do the dangerous thing, and we're going to check out the alpha. Early access to features that add, or early access to updates that add new features, but may not be reliable for everyday use. Cool. We're not planning on shipping this app anyways. It looks like we're going to get Xamarin Studio 6, which I've heard has some really cool things coming. So let's do that. Let's take a look at that. We'll do the alpha channel. And while that's going, I'm sure it's going to prompt me for passwords and things like that eventually. So we'll keep an eye on this. While that's going on, let's take a look at the Twitch API. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the current state of the Twitch API. It doesn't give you access to a lot of things. Pretty much anytime you want to work with it, you have to pull it. It's not great. What is this pull request? I'm always curious when something gets accepted. New feature, new API. I wonder, channel feed endpoints. That could be interesting. Feed channel posts. What is a channel? Oh, channel feed. Okay, channel feed is a new thing that they added. And you see it down below currently on my channel. I'm gonna need to mute myself because we're gonna get major feedback. You'll see it down below. It's this right here over on the left. It's a little just social feed that you get in your channel. So it looks like somebody added some resources to be able to grab the posts out of that. That could be cool if you wanted to include those on an external site or something. All right, let's take a look at what we have access to in the API. So it's OAuth driven. I know that for getting access for some things, not all things. We don't need it for everything. What I'm curious about is what we do have access to without authenticating, because I'd like to do that first if possible. So I don't want to do the OAuth dance live when I haven't done it in a bit. That doesn't sound super fun to me today. But what I do want to see is if we can get access to a specific channel and a specific set of maybe followers. I don't know if I can get viewers or not, but we'll try. I think what I want is stream. I want the stream object for a particular channel. It gives me a number of viewers. Oh, what happened? I hit a key. It gives me access to, I think it gives me access to the number of followers, number of viewers. I don't know how I get access to the specific current viewers. Here's some links. Yeah, I don't know. This is why I'm not a super huge fan of this API. What I think people are doing in their APIs to get a list of current followers or current viewers that are logged in is I think they're actually connecting to the IRC channel and pulling the current list of logged in users from there, because you can get a total current number of viewers, right? Like I can live update how many people are watching my stream, and I can get a list of my followers, but it doesn't appear to me that there's a way to get the current list of viewers, which is kind of a shame. So this is actually the object that we need. And I'm wondering if this is something we can request without. It looks like we can request this one without having. Looks like we can request this one without having the OAuth token, which is what I want for now. I may not be able to get any details on an individual user without this. I might not be able to get access to the followers. I'm not really sure. This is the type of stuff we'll be playing with to see what we can do. This get streams. I think if we do this guy, let's do Postman. Postman's a cool app for testing this stuff out. I do have an account. I just want to go to the app for now, though. And it looks like we want to make a GET request. Yeah, OAuth is a pain, and it is kind of. Yeah, the viewer list is available in the stream. and it's available in the chat, but the chat is IRC, and like I don't think that current viewer list is exposed through the API, but I do know that several applications, like my bot, is keeping track of who's viewing, but it's doing it through IRC. I'm pretty sure. I haven't like dug into that one to see for sure, but it seems that that one is doing its dirty work by logging into the chat and keeping poll of like every like minute or so, seeing who is still in the chat, and that makes sense. But that's beyond the scope of what we want to do today, I think. So we'll probably do followers instead, and that's fine. But I just want to see like what we need to do, to kind of get access to see what's going on. So we have that, and we want the streams for this channel. And then we need to put an accept. Where do we specify that? Accept. And, oh, no tab completion? Really? Accept. We want to accept application vnd.twitch.tv.version3 JSON. So this is telling the REST request what formats we accept. And if I send that, we should get back. Yes, this is all of the details currently for my stream that is live right now. So if we look at the API, if we go back and look at the API again, if it's offline, so if we requested a channel that was offline, like say Phil Nash, BPAF, what's up? If we were to request Phil's stream, we would get this response back that says the stream is null because the stream is not live, and we would get links to his channel if we wanted to navigate the API to find out more about Phil Nash. Since Phil is offline, because he's in the chat moderating and not streaming currently, this is the result we get back. So this is how we would know. Say we had a list, reverse engineered it. If you press the viewer list button at the bottom of the chat, you can see the XHR that gives you the list. Yeah, sure. Nice. Screenshots are fine, yeah. Super interested. Super duper interested. I gotta blow this up a little bit. So it does look like it's pulling that from... Interesting. It hits this. Huh. What do you know? I wonder if this is subject to break. Yeah, sure. Let's see what happens. It hits the request. HTTPS. TMI. What? Too much info? Group. User. Brent Schooley. Chatters. This is live coming in from... Oh, that's a 404. Did I type it wrong? TMI, Twitch TV, group, user, Brent Schooley, chatters, sorry. So there it is. How about that, huh? I get the mods, I get the viewers. Thank you for the tip. My goodness. BPAF. I think BPAF deserves a round of applause. And not just a round of applause, but I really think BPAF deserves some eggs. Let's make that happen. I love the participation, and I love the hacker mentality, and more than anything, I love people that help other software developers. That is awesome. So BPAF, super round of applause. Let's add, let's see if we can add some lovely eggs. I am dropping into my bot, and I think a proportionate amount, honestly, would be to toss a solid 20 eggs. That's awesome. Thank you so much, BPAF. And again, those eggs, Those eggs are useful and valuable. We're going to use them later to give away a Steam game if that's something you'd enjoy. In the range of $0 to $10, you can pick any game you want on SteamPowered.com. That's probably going to be an indie game, but that's how you get more eggs than me. That's true. Yeah, help me out. You will get more eggs. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna give away a Steam game later on. You're gonna need to have eggs to redeem for tickets. I believe they're gonna cost a little more than they did last time. So hang out. You get 1 egg per 5 minutes that you watch the stream. We'll do a raffle later, and I'll get your details to get you a game to play. Awesome. So that's cool. That works. That also takes 5 seconds to call. Why is that? What kind of nonsense is going on that takes 5 seconds? Anybody have any thoughts? It seems to take 5 seconds every time. Oh, and it bad gatewayed on me. This might not be great. This might not be great. It works sometimes. It doesn't work others. It's really slow sometimes. Sometimes it's faster. This is I'm thinking this is probably not super reliable, but it's certainly better than nothing. That's cool. So what can we do with that? We could definitely use this to load the viewers up. And what's cool with this is these are your Twitch usernames, so it's possible to dig further. So we need this. Let's take this. We need this. Demon Wolf Twitch API. I believe you said the exact same thing last time. Cool. Oh, hey, everything's downloaded. We can restart Xamarin. So we're gonna enter into a weird territory. We've never played with the API before. So things are gonna get wonky. We're gonna have people in the chat like find crazy stuff, like how to get the chatters from, like, you know, by clicking the viewer list and digging into what's going on. And then we're gonna run into problems. And then we're also we're updating to the alpha channel of Xamarin. So I mean, it could be fun. It could be fun. Could be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I've given it permission to update us to alpha. Yeah, you could do a lot. What have you done with it? I'm super curious, since it's something I'm going to be exploring and really haven't dug into a lot yet. What have you done with it? What quirks have you found? What kind of what problems have you run into? What kind of cool stuff have you done with it? I would love to know, so that we can continue to play around with this. Oh man, we have nobody from the Twitch staff in stream. That's okay. We don't need them. We've got our lovely set of mods. Actually, why is Brentspot not a mod? This is a problem. This is a problem. Man. All right. My bot was not a mod. That's really not a good idea. Let's run this again. Trying to play with it. Okay. Yeah, so are we. I got a couple ideas for some things I want to build. Not to mention, not the least of which is this demo that we've been putting together here. All right. So, what we were doing, that's the wrong Xamarin, by the way. I should probably quit this one too, since it's gonna get booted out when Twitch, or when Xamarin finishes updating. We'd like to know Knight, the maker of Nightbot. He knows the API very, very well. Yeah. So Nightbot, I have mostly these days. I'm only using Nightbot to give me a pretty good roll-up of chat activity. I'm not actually using Nightbot for any of its command infrastructure anymore, because Brentspot that you see running is actually a DeepBot instance that I have running in the cloud, as it were. And I switched to that recently because I wanted to have a currency system for giveaways and that sort of thing. So that's why we've done a switch there. Okay, let's continue to play with what we have access to. So we know we can call this to get the list of chatters, the list of viewers, and that's not something that's supported in the Twitch API directly. So this could, we have to caveat that this could break at any time, but there are other ways to get access to this. This is not something that I've seen defined anywhere in the API, so that's fun. That was just a little hacking. We did find though how to get the stream. So if I go back to this one and send it, we saw my stream. So we got the current viewer count, the link to the viewer list. That was something that BPath in the chat found, and that was this guy. So you could replace my username with your username, but that was found by a lovely person in the chat called BPath, who has been a longtime viewer of this stream. With a little bit of digging into the dev tools, he found the call to that particular thing and saw that it worked without the jQuery, which is awesome. So we can call that directly, and that's cool. What's really neat, I think, in the stream object is we get some fun things. So like there's some images in here. Send. There's like that live preview of what's going on in the stream, which is kind of cool. So I think if you were building an app where you were doing some live updates and you were showing maybe all of the people on your team that are also streamers, and whether they're online or offline, and if they're online, what their current stream thumbnail looks like, you might do something like that. If you had a team like the team we have at Twilio, a bunch of streamers on our team, pretty awesome people. You should follow all of them. They're amazing. We saw what it looked like if we tried to request a stream that was offline. And we saw what it looked like to request a stream that was online. And we were just starting to dig into what this stream object looked like when BPath dropped some knowledge on us. My channel is not mature. That's true. We don't use the bad language. We don't do the raunchy things. We just keep it clean around here. So it's not a mature stream. This is a really immature stream, guys. I think this property is funny because in actuality, it's like, it's people that have that set to true, it means that their stream is immature. It's whether the stream is for a mature audience or not, which means there's swearing and all this other stuff that probably makes it slightly immature. I don't know. That's kind of a funny property when I think about it. I'll give it the permissions for all the things. This is the Xamarin updater that is updating itself to the alpha channel currently, which is fun and scary at the same time. We don't know how that one's going to go, but we wanted to be adventurous today. Okay, so these things that are in here, we can see when the stream was started. We can see what the video height is, so we can see kind of what the aspect ratio is. So we're doing a 720p stream at about 30 frames per second, which is good because that's what my settings are. We have no delay, which is false, because there is a delay. There's an encoding delay. It's as short as I can possibly make it at this point. I've dropped all the values that are required to shorten that up, but there's always going to be a delay. There's a delay in encoding. It just happens that way. And that's okay. Okay, so we get the status of the channel. So, okay, we have a stream, and there's also the preview for that stream. There's the channel that it's related to, so we can see what game's being played, who the person is that's running that stream, what their username is, what the language for the stream is. Let's see. What else do we have here? When it was started, when it was updated. Actually, when the channel was created. So my channel was created in 2013, guys. This has been around for a while. I wish I had been using it that long. I might actually be making some money on Twitch. Okay. Here's the logo. We got the video banner, background. Don't have either of these things. That's probably stuff that we need to get fixed. The URL to the channel. And then we can follow along to here. All right. That needs to be made over SSL. Okay. So we can get the follower list. Is this paged, or does it have everything? It's got to be paged. Total 151, links to the next. Okay, so it goes 25 at a time. So we can get 25 of the followers at a time. That's cool. That's fine. Let's see. Let's go back to the stream object. Oh no, the viewer count's dropping. Are we tired of looking at the API, guys? Like, what's going on? Maybe people are dropping offline. Maybe it's getting late. I don't know. I don't know. Is this still interesting? Let me know. Let's go back to Xamarin. Hey, Xamarin's got some new icons in version 6 by the looks of it. Looks like they've cleaned up these old legacy icons that they used to have. That's cool. Let's see if we're going to run into anything else that's new. It looks like it's just got a nice, cleaner look to it in the UI. Oh, these are all new. These are all new icons. Wow. Okay, that's the kind of thing that I noticed right away. The text rendering looks nicer. Oh, the pop-ups look nicer too. It looks like the Xamarin design team has been working overtime. It looks like pretty much everything has gotten a refresh. These are all new modern looks. Let's see if there's anything new. Wonder if we can find anything else that's new. Let's go in preferences. What? How about this? How about this? What? You're gonna get easier on my eyes? Let's try this.